Here we are. I didn't recognize it at first.
It's different, right? It's different in the YouTube studio.
Yeah.
Life is a gamble.
Slightly this way. What?
Life is a gamble. Featuring BJ the Chicago Kid.
But we got a lot to gamble with.
What's that? What's that?
They said so be careful when you shake 'em up, 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 shake 'em up.
I didn't expect it.
You have to go back. That was so smooth.
Yeah.
So be careful when you shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up.
They said so be careful when you shake 'em up, 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 shake 'em up. So be careful when you shake 'em up, 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 shake 'em up. I rolled the dice one time for my folk that died off. Ripped the side, they were leading, but they side lost. Let me toss a 7 for the ones won't see tomorrow. Cast those chips in for some time, we don't need the bar. Gunshots ring out, everybody hang out. Yellow tape parties, oh Lord, what we sang out. I don't like this feeling, ain't nothing that appealing. By reminiscing over you, my God, I couldn't cry, cause your mama couldn't stop crying. And that's hard, Lord, I wish my folk would stop dying. But who am I to say it wasn't your time to black out? You bet it all on the spot, I guess you crapped out for the finer things. Indeed we chase, we told you pace yourself, it's funny how the things we love can make us hate ourselves. Russian roulette table, I got a bet safer. You gotta know when to fold your cards when you ain't able to reach into that dash. When that jacket up and flash that brass like, give me all you got, that's your ass. That's all that it was took.
Yeah, he's talking
There's
like
somebody just crying in the background.
this
Did you hear
song
that?
too. This song's like he's talking about, you know, people getting jacked
Right? Yeah.
and all this crazy shit that happens all the time, especially in the
Life is a gamble when you put your,
big
you know,
populated areas where
when the
millions
all
of
of you
people.
putting it all in,
Square
like
miles.
you're the chips. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Life's a gamble. Even like, you know, living in some of those treacherous,
how much of you is expendable?
some of these you know, sketchy areas in the, you know, even this country, just living there as a normal person going to work every day, it's a gamble just to fucking even like
to go get groceries. Nowadays,
MC8,
jeez.
the rapper
You know?
MC8 from he's from Compton. He's talking on Hip Hop Evolution. He's like, yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be lucky to, you know, I need to stop off and get some gas. I hope the place doesn't get shot up. And you'd be lucky to make it back in your bed at 1 a.m. Then you got to get up and do the whole shit again.
Yeah.
Even if you're not gang banging and
Yeah.
you know, even there's a lot of gang bangers that were, you know, a lot of peer pressure to be.
I mean, a lot of people have been killed by gang bangers who are just minding their own business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But even like just regular ass people that were pressured, and yeah, you can up and just completely disconnect yourself from that situation if you have the strength and the motivation to do that. But a lot of people were pressured into joining gangs because they represent this part of this neighborhood, and if you don't join up with them, it's going to be a struggle just to walk up and down your sidewalk all day and not get fucked with.
Yeah.
So you have to join them so that, and if you
can,
do,
then
you're protected from all these other cliques that are surrounded in these tight neighborhoods and these bigger places.
Group,
so it's there's a lot of,
you know, there's going to be a lot of, hey, go fuck this guy up
to
hey,
show
go
your strength and
go get my money
loyalty
from this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And like
The house got to shook, cause ain't no point spread. But God doing books, like.
at that point it's you or them. You know?
Yeah.
So be careful when you shake 'em up, 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 like.
It's cool. I like how they're blending the vocals and the shit.
So be careful when you shake 'em up, 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 shake 'em up. Life is a gamble.
I mean, as far as
Shake 'em up.
vocally, this is probably one of the most unique,
This
unique approaches he's done.
is Crit's best song, I would say.
As far as
I'm going on a limb right now and saying
just
it.
the vocal approach between him
This
and
is
the
such an
Chicago Kid, man, like
I feel like I'm rambling sometimes.
Things that
intelligence,
most songs
Witty.
don't get.
very witty and
Even
clever.
even the most popular songs don't have like the way
Just 'cause it's popular doesn't
he's
mean it's
using
good.
that high voice to like
Yeah. It's
flavor what he's rapping about,
but then
you know,
blending
like
it with
it's-
something else that he's
like
saying.
we're talking at the same time, like he's bringing in lyric at the same time of what when he's rapping to like, and it works.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck I'm supposed to say in this rhyme? So be careful. I shed tears and they won't come back. I'll send word and they
What did he say right there?
I can't redeem to preserve the focus of mine. So many died and I'm scared it's just a matter of time. For I'm lifting myself. 6 people I know ain't been to church in a while. I heard I reap what I sow. Casket closed, candy doors, can't commemorate. The tracks my girdle, my verse can be the ventilator. So I breathe. Cause loathing in Las Vegas wasn't meant for me. Too scared I stayed
My verse can be the ventilator so I can breathe.
Wow.
I reap what I sow. Casket closed, candy doors, can't commemorate. The tracks my girdle, my verse can be the ventilator. So I breathe. Cause loathing in Las Vegas wasn't meant for me. Too scared I stay too long and forget where I'm really meant to be. Heaven made it, heaven laid it. But all these lights are captivating.
Was he doing a residency in Vegas? You know, like,
Oh.
that's usually an artist that's been around for a long time. Like, they'll end up doing, you know, months at a time, just doing gigs in that one area.
For new acts and stuff.
Like he was
If
saying,
you're good, you get signed on.
maybe he got stuck there at one point in his life and he just
Right,
wasn't
yeah.
feeling it. He's got to get back home and shit.
I had to play it for the sake of me.
Residency of
Get
just
back to
living
his
in LA. Las
Familiar
Vegas.
surroundings, you know, like people.
Mine, Lord, I pray I hit it big this time. They say a life. So people when you shake 'em up, 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 shake 'em up. So be careful when you shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up.
Vocally, yeah, there's a lot of
It's like a doo-wop group.
like the
You know what I mean?
You can tell like the production of this song, a lot of attention to detail on the vocals, like the most time spent on the vocals. The beat's really stripped down. It's
Yes.
got
But
like
because
3 elements to it probably.
the voice is part of the beat.
Yeah.
And so the beat, it feels like the beat producer kind of like orchestrated them to sing now and like
Yeah.
here and like you're talking about this
Like that real
carry it
atmospheric
with, yeah.
sound to the beat that we hear, you know, like that real. You hear that in a lot of like. Crit's done that a few times actually with that type of sound where it's very.
This BJ, the Chicago kid, that
Yeah.
like he's writing riff within
Yeah.
that song,
But
in
Crit's-
that structure.
I've heard that a few
Crit
times.
provided.
As far as like that sound that I'm saying though with Crit, it's like he uses that in like these songs that are full of a lot of sorrow and
Oh,
like
yeah.
heartache. You hear that like real melancholy type of ding,
Yeah.
ding. It's real just droning and depressing kind of. He nails that. He's done that a few times like on songs.
Yeah,
you know,
he
like we
can-
said, he's a master at capturing vibes.
In like a
He knows how to capture all those
a lot
different
of like
vibes
you
he
can
wants.
like sit and drive to
Tracks.
his music a lot.
Yeah.
Especially some
Yeah,
of
he's
the
got a lot of good
other
driving-
albums we were listening
Riding
to.
album, riding songs.
Forever is a mighty long time, and
So many.
all them Forever song, albums. Like you could sit and vibe, like
So
sit
many
back
albums.
and contemplate. You know, like a breakup.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, I hear what you're saying there.
Yeah, there's some straight up driving songs, and then there's stuff like this, and then there's
But even if you gotta go,
got
and,
so many different vibrations.
Think about shit, so you're just gonna go drive for a few
Yeah.
hours or whatever.
yeah.
Shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up, like. So people when you shake 'em up, 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 like.
I wish there was more, but it needs to be that
I like how they fucked with like all the volumes on the vocals too. Like you got the "Is the gamma." You
Yeah.
got they're more like in your face, like BJ and Big Crit. They're like, yeah, you can tell. Like I said, they spent time on the vocal arrangement on this track because it's one of the most unique ones he's put out.
this is
Vocally.
like a very
Never heard anything like it. Like we said, like how things are overlapping. Different things are being said while other things are being started. You know, to be sang about, rapped about, and it fits.
Shake 'em up, 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 shake 'em up. So people when you shake 'em up, 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 shake 'em up.
Some guitar. He's always gonna have the guitar. So I love
Shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up.
Then her
fade it out.
Drop it back in.
A little bit of guitar at the end, though, always. Yeah. I like that. I like that it always pays, like, every time I hear guitar notes in his songs, I think he's paying tribute to his roots. He's from Mississippi, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of
Fucking blues, man.
Delta blues.
Delta blues, man. Even if it's like a metal sounding lick, kind of like what that was, you know, it wasn't no bluesy tone to it.
Yeah, I mean,
But still,
sometimes you just need one note.
that's where that's where metal comes from.
Yeah.
Rock and metal comes from the blues. So.
Get that root.
Another one.
WTF.
Knocked up somebody else's old lady.
Yeah.
How you gonna go home now?
What the fuck gonna do now?
Damn. Yeah, what a unique song.
Because I mean, yeah, like he said, that one night stand lasts forever. That happens 1,000 times a day.
More than that, probably. Especially cheating and shit.
No, I mean like cheating. Yeah, I mean that happens trillions times a day.
But like knocking up somebody else's woman,
yeah,
or something, yeah. 1,000 times.
because I mean that's the
probably.
ultimate evidence. You know what I mean?
What do you? I'm just appreciative of this song, the way the arrangement is, musically, because it's back to the original.
This is no different, really. These songs he's doing, the production, the way as good as they sound, like these are like episodes, no different than like on HBO Max or like.
It's true.
Like
some scoring.
Hulu, like a Hulu.
Their
like,
scores.
You know, yeah.
To like the soundtrack of your life, really, because that's how, like, even like we said earlier off camera, like when an artist puts out an album at that particular moment in time, that's exactly where they are in time. You know, that's where they are musically. That's mentally. That's because a lot of people's works that they put out is where they are mentally too. Like that's what they're thinking about. That's their expression. They just record it and released upon the world.
But it'd be cool to have, like, I would watch a show that was a hip hop album, if this
just
was
the scoring
acted
was all
out,
hip hop.
What
like
the beat
right.
is, they're
yeah,
like I don't know.
That's pretty interesting,
like
actually, to watch.
Like the lyrics are being played out.
Like I've watched a couple like
episodically
behind the scenes, people scoring, like the guy that scored was it The Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Ludwig, I think his name is. But no, he basically locked himself in one room, just himself, and just came up, like had these different instruments, had like these giant recorders and shit that did wind instruments and shit, and he just came up with different sounds and recorded them based off of no reference point. Like just creating in the spot by himself, locked himself in a room for a month, and just created these sounds, and then probably more arranged it later.
Yeah.
But there's such
you can like arrange it
just to score a show like that. You know what I mean? Like that's
learn a groove and then fine tune that groove.
And then they're fitting. And then he worked with a symphony, like a little.
What you just said.
But then he works with like a symphony later to get some strings going and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then
and
then they work on the
arrangements
per episode of those shows, like how the sounds where they should be placed.
And like it's cool that that's an undertow of
scoring.
Every show,
pretty brilliant.
Yeah. But even I would find it interesting, or even try watching, or like. Take like this song and like it's an episode, you know what I mean? Like about what he's talking about is like I don't know. I see something in my head that is cooler than what you're seeing.
We're just talking about scoring shows in general, but I see what you're talking about.
I mean, like
as far
when
as,
we're listening.
Yeah.
Like everybody has a vision. Everybody sees this differently. Anyone who's listened to this song, and mine is the best one.
But you're basically using these types of like hip hop,
just like this
musical pieces,
this song, or like these last three songs, and it's like 25, 30. So it's like a half-hour episode of 3 songs acted out. Just you take these.
I see what you mean.
And nothing else.
Brilliant.
You don't remix them. You don't. and like whatever they're talking about, like it's happening.
They have to
and
act to the
it's
score.
constantly changing,
Yeah.
and like, you know, like I see what.
Dude, that's. I wonder if anyone's really done that.
I don't know. Somebody should. I don't have the money to get it going, so take that idea and run. No, what I was gonna say is there was a verse where he's like, yeah, you know, growing up and like, you know, I'm in this neighborhood and like this thing and that like that. But then I see a car who doesn't belong in my neighborhood, and both their windows are down on my side, and they roll up, and then we look at each other square in the eye, and we both go, what the fuck we gonna do now? Like, shit, that like, whew, I had chills. I had chills at that part, and I wanted to say that before the end.
There we go.
That's it. We're just two.
Finish it up next time.
Hit
Hit us up. There's more.
We need more. What's next?
There's two
we
left.
need more.
We'll do it next time.
Let us know, man. Thanks, Chance.
Yeah.
This is a great friggin' album. Like, especially, it's weird
It's like all
that Big Crit's albums start out strong and they stay strong and then they get better at the end.
every song is just
It's
he's
it's
consistent,
Like,
like I
there's no
said,
way
every
you're gonna
time.
get better than like holy shit.
he's consistent
Like,
as hell. Every
Man,
project.
That one with what was it? DJ. Shoot. That one, the first song we did, just today.
Oh.
The one before this one. Damn it. Anyways.
Yeah. That
No.
one. What the fuck we gonna do?
I had something and it's gone now. Because I'm embarrassed that I can't remember the name of the song. What was that song?
Hold on, I'll look. Let's see. It's called. Oh yeah, Life is a Gamble.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
one.
No,
The great
yeah.
song.
Like, that was such a...
Really good song.
I think my personal feeling is
DJ.
they collabed all the artists who
the
were involved with that track. Like, I think it feels like they were in the same studio and they were vibing off of like, ooh, but what if it's you know, like riff that your voice in here.
the vocal production on it. It's amazing.
Like, that was well thought out. That was
Clever, creative.
in my mind. You can't just accidentally like, oh wow, that
You
was,
don't hear that.
we'll leave it like that, you know.
Yeah.
No, that was intentional.
And I like, you'll hear like one part sometimes that stands out because they double the vocal, but they only did it for like a phrase or something.
Yeah.
And then it goes away, but it's just the way
And then
it's
they'll
placed.
echo it instead of
Yeah.
just cutting it off.
Or just even making it twice as thick, just for like a couple seconds. It just,
Or yeah,
just to know where the
like a
place
filler.
is.